Hey everybody, this is Matt with the Low Cash Homestead. So I made a video a long time ago about compost tea and an IBC tote. One of the things that we're gonna kind of go over this just a little bit, and one of the things that I wanted to tell you is that this black sleeve here is something called a Polymax grow tube. Okay, I have a couple videos on these, I believe. And I use them to, you know, obviously grow things, but also you can use them to, like, dam up water and things like that, which is one of the things that we did in front of our house. Now, the idea behind using this Polymax grow tube was essentially we tied a knot on the end of it, dropped it down in there, zip stripped it to the top. The idea behind this was to essentially make a giant tea bag, and then when this tea bag got full, pull it out. Well, I'm not sure what the probability of pulling it out is. Maybe we can. Maybe if we were to stand on top of the tank, but there's a lot of material in there. And it's still a little bit sick. And it's pretty heavy. So whether or not we can get it out, who knows, but you know, that was part of the experiment of it. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to start prepping this tank. And I've got some various soil mixes that we used for the cheapo greenhouse project. So there's all kinds of good stuff in there. We're going to put some of that down in there. I got some leaf compost, which is basically my yard waste. I dump them on top of the gardens there. And then I just walk over and grab a little bit or whatever, and we'll stuff that down in there. Okay. And I'll refresh this as we go through the season with various different things. You know, it might be leaf, it might be compost. Once we turn the compost and start getting that out, it might be bagged products, it could be worm castings, could be black cow, horse manure, you know, who knows. And I'll put all this stuff inside here. I'm getting a battery warning light. Okay, I'm also gonna add just a little bit of the eco scraps to that, and then we're gonna fill this up, and then we're gonna use it to flush the gardens. So that we can start putting some microbial life back into the gardens early. This is Matt with Low Cash Homestead. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Hey everybody, this is Matt with Low Cash Homestead. So we got our tank here, it's mostly filled up. You saw that I put some little bits of compost, some leaves, and some eco scraps, fertilizer down in there. We're gonna let this marinate. We're gonna leave it open. You want it to be aerobic. You don't want it to be anaerobic, you want it to be aerobic. So we're going to leave it open. We're going to let that marinate for a couple of days. Let some of that chlorine kind of flow out. And then we're going to start saturating our garden. And hopefully within the next week or so, we should have a bunch of compost and other different things we can start refilling our tea bag with inside this IBC tote, and start building that microbial growth in the soil before we put any plants or anything in. And again, this primary garden area, Mixie, you're gonna get stepped on if you don't get out of my feet. This primary garden area, this is like a 40 by 100 foot space. Okay, so that's 4,000 square feet of garden area. It may not look like it on camera, but that's 4,000 square feet of garden area. And the biggest high tunnel that I think I'm going to be able to afford is probably I think it's 36 by 72. I did have it staked out. But in any case, I'm hesitant on how much of this I want to start developing or cultivating or planting things in. And you know, it's still pretty cold here in my zone, but I'm reluctant on how much I want to get started in this area, knowing that we have a high tunnel going up, and I just don't know when exactly that high tunnel is going up. Hopefully I'll get answers, you know, pretty soon. Or, you know, we project that we have a high tunnel going up. All the ground's qualified, all the paperwork's filled in, you know, farm bills passed, blah blah blah, and we're just kind of waiting through that all those government steps to get our equip program high tunnel put in here. This is Matt with the Low Cash Homestead. Thank you very much. Have a good night.